Well, would you look at that? I got a little gift from Honda. Let's see what it is. There we go. Just rolled it out of the big old box. And this is what we got. So far, one thing is broken, which is this that I found in pieces at the bottom of the box. Shipping damage, I assume. This is one of the little pole quick release things, this guy right here, that makes so you're able to actually, it's on this side, pull those out and lock it forward. Now, technically, I could probably get it locked forward like that, but it's a lot of strain on one side. It'll probably end up bending one of these arms, so I'm gonna have to get in contact with Honda or someone to see if I can get a replacement, hopefully for free. If not, I've got a 3D printer, I'll make it happen. So let me get all this schmutz off, and pretty much this thing's ready to go as far as I can see. All right, a little bit of an update. I contacted Honda, and Honda said, nope, we don't do that. It's not a manufacturer defect. Call the company that you bought it from that did that. Called them, they said, oh crap, we'll replace it, we'll send you the part. So now I have to wait for the part to come in, but just because it was the plastic part of it, I actually put this all the way through, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lock it in place and keep that there for now so I can actually use this until that part comes in, because all that's doing is putting a piece of plastic over here so I can pull this bit out, which I can already kind of do. So it's not a super important bit. Well, now that that is out of the way, everything is set up. So that was literally the only thing, is the handlebars just pop up, clip those in place. The other one, as you know, is temporary. Other than that, it's ready to go. Besides, the oil needs to be added and gas needs to be added. Next up, I'm going to adjust the ride height. I'm not exactly sure if my other lawnmower is the same or not. I'll have to mess around with it a little bit, but I'm gonna put it at 2.5. So these are pretty easy to move. I mean, you just pull it out and move it. Just make sure that thing doesn't move. But yeah, put it around, pretty easy to do. Same thing with this one, but this one's a little bit more difficult to see. You can see up here, it has the numbers. So you can't see it this way, where this one you can. So this one also has metal, which is nice to have. It feels fancy, but at the same time, if there's one thing that I do want to be plastic, it is that. The deck, I think, is what it's called. Anyway, occasionally you're gonna get a rock or something like that, and it's gonna smack it, it's gonna chip off the paint, it's gonna rust. Unless you take immaculate care of it, it's going to rust out. That would be the only thing where I would want some sort of plastic or plastic, I don't know, covering, sheathing or something on the inside. But regardless, this is a Honda, so it's going to last a very long time, and it's gonna be awesome. And you may be asking yourself, Josh, I saw one of your videos where you reviewed your electric lawnmower. What happened to that one? There she is, right here in my shed, still working, still using her every single day. The issue, the reason why I'm replacing this wonderful lawnmower is it's not, well, it is wonderful. It's just not wonderful enough. My yard is a decent sized yard. I've got the backyard, the side yard over here kind of sucks, and then over on the other side, another side yard, and then back up to the front yard, half this way, half that way. I've got a decent amount of yard, but for mowing, I either need to buy more batteries because it just dies too quickly. It's been, I mean, I'm in North Carolina, you can see how tall the grass is, and it's been about a week since I've mowed last. It grows so fast out here, and it becomes really thick, and it's North Carolina, and it also gets wet. The issue with this lawnmower is it eats through the batteries so quick, and it also bogs down. If I wait 2 or 3 weeks, like look how tall this stuff is. If I wait 2 or 3 weeks with this thing, it just doesn't have the power to cut through this easily. It keeps bogging down, and it keeps just hitting rough patches and basically dies. So that's why I have gas powered, because for the price, I could get some more batteries, some more chargers. It's just not worth it at this point. I know they make a new version. This was one of the original Makitas, I believe. And right now they have a much beefier version, but for the price, again, it's better if I just get gas. And it's Honda, so I know that motor is gonna last a very long time. So really the last thing I need to do is install the bag. So you can see I've got the little Honda logo. This is the way that it's supposed to look. You've got the little grab handle, and then the very long piece goes up top. See, as it goes in like that. This top piece is the only different one as far as I can tell. It needs to come under and clip up like that, so you have this handle on the outside, and all the other ones are just going to come straight over. So I'm gonna pull this one, pop it there, pull these two out, and then clip them on like that, etc. This is the top one needs to come under. All right, just finished it up. You can see the little Honda logo there. On the inside, there's no support, so it is a little floppy on the bottom. It just kind of collapses in on itself, but you know, your clippings are gonna weigh that down. So unlike my other one where it clipped up on top, this kind of just lays in this little slot. You can see right here, it just kind of lays there. On both sides, pop it in there, and then the weight itself just holds it down. So it's not going anywhere. Close that over, and there's the bag install. Looks like it's a pretty good fit. It doesn't feel like it's a good fit, but it looks like it's a good fit. Well, I've got the bag installed on there, and you can see I've already changed it over to bag. This is actually really easy. It's just kind of like pop that in and then move it. And then this little thing kind of clicks in place on either side. So either bagging or mulching, or you just have the stuff down. So I've got it in bag. Now let's go ahead and put some oil. So we're gonna add some oil, pop this off, and it's gonna have a little bit in there since I guess they run this at the factory, that's what it says. So I'm gonna fill this up, and it says to check it. You don't screw this down to check it. You just get it down like that. So we're gonna wipe this clean, set it down there, and bring it up to see which line it's on. Of course, it has nothing on there right now, it's just gross, and we'll fill it up with its included 10W30. All right, so now we are ready to go. I've got my gas. So all we gotta do now is, of course, just fill it up with gas. There's not really a marker on here, but you just do fill it up before it hits this area here. So pretty much right up here, that's when we stop, and we're ready to mow. All right, I've got it started where I wanna start on my crappy little side yard over here. So let's try to get the very first start pull. See how well we do. Oh, it doesn't catch for a while. All right, so first thing I've noticed that I'm not a huge fan of while changing out the bag, a lot of grass clippings get caught up here. So when I change the bag out, they all just fall into place, and is quite, you can't really put it back up there. You have to clean it out every time so you can get your bag up there and actually fit. So that's annoying that you have to do that. Well, there you go. That is the front yard. This is usually what I get doing all of my yard, my front, my back, and my sides. So already it has done, I would say, about double what my other mower has done. Okay, this is insanity. Each one of these passes, I've got to clean this thing out because it's doing so well at cutting the grass. I'm gonna have so much grass at the end of this. All right, it's about 100 degrees out here, almost. And I'm finished. Never had to refill with gas. So if we take a look here, this is a 1 gallon. You can see where that line is. So I've taken maybe a quarter. So let's see how much is in the mower. We take a look in here. I would say maybe half tank, maybe a little bit less than half a tank. That is unreal. That is a gas sipping mower that I barely have to spend any money on for my entire yard. Well, one thing that I do like about the electric one is you can fold it down and lock it so you can put it straight up and down. Whereas, of course, a gas one, you can put this down, but you can't lock it in place and put it upright like this one, just because the engine has gas and oil and all that. So that's a downside. So I'm all finished. You can see at least partial of my backyard. I've got all the backyard, I've got side yards, my front yard's about the size of my backyard. So it's quite a bit to mow. And with the electric, the Makita, with that much now, that would take me a while. This much in this situation took me approximately 5 hours. I know that's a long time, but for that mower, I had to go especially slow because there was so thick of a grass, plus it's also wet outside. And because it's wet outside and I've got thick grass, that's basically the hardest situation that you can possibly have with a mower. So I'd go through the batteries quick, and then I'd have to come inside and wait for them to charge back up before I could go back outside. It took forever. With that mower, as you saw, I only used maybe 1/8 of a gallon for my entire yard. I didn't have to stop, but old mower, 5 hours. New mower took me about an hour. I could have done it quicker, but as you saw, I had so much grass clippings. This thing is so much more efficient because the blade spins so much faster than the electric mower. The suction is sucking up all that grass and cutting it so much more, like literally double. So at the end of the day, when it comes to my yard and mowing, honestly, I am going to be selling the electric mower. It was nice to have. It was cool that you didn't have to smell any fumes, but really at the end of the day, it's faster to mow my yard. It's more efficient. It's more powerful. It's negligible when it comes to cost of charging the batteries multiple times versus using 1/8 of a gallon for gas. It's really a no-brainer. It sucks that I can't use electric because I love using electric. I have electric almost everything, but for the lawn, for the thickness of the lawn and how tough it is, I have to have a gas mower. So the gas mower absolutely wins. The only downside that I really have is storage is a little different. Like I said before, you can't put it straight up. You kind of have to put it down, so you have to have an area for it. But other than that, we got to go gas. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.